they have chocolate.
Hi, welcome back to Apples and Oranges. This week we saw The Jungle Book. I'm Apples.
And I'm Oranges.
And overall, we thought this was a remake of the original from the 60s, and this actually, I would say that it surpassed the original.
Mm-hmm. When you take the idea like a Jungle Book, starting from a racist imperialist book back in British history, and then reducing it as a Disney film, then reintroducing that Disney film as a live action film, you have truly outdone yourself. You have taken something that started off so horrible, and let's face it, the animated one was kind of horrible, and you got something like the live action, which is just a classic, beautiful.
I wouldn't say the animated one was horrible, but it hasn't aged very well. And this one definitely, comparing to the original, supersedes it in a lot of different ways.
Definitely.
Now let's go into the actors. There wasn't many actors in this movie because a lot of it was computer-generated CGI, but we did have Mowgli that was live action.
Yeah, first time, big movie star.
He was pretty good.
He was awesome. Like, there were some parts where you're just like, but what can you expect when working with CGI? Like, you have to use your imagination.
Overall, he was working on the green screen the whole time. The kid was really good for his feature film debut.
It really brought my childhood to life.
And we had some famous voice actors.
Yeah, like Idris Elba.
We had Idris Elba. We had
Scarlett Johansson. Christopher Walken as King Louis.
Yeah, just to name a few.
Mm-hmm. Bill Murray as Blue.
Oh,
dope
he did a good job. Yeah. And these animals are really well realized, and especially good was the panther and the tiger.
Idris Elba killed that tiger, bro.
It was really good. And now, what were the pros for this movie?
Oh, pros. If you're usually like one of those people who just can't stand talking animal movies, like we all just can't stand talking animal movies because they just look terrible, you are going to be in for a surprise.
Give it a chance, because this to call this a talking animal movie would not do it justice, because it really helps to broaden what talking animal movies are and what they can do.
Like, we've seen so many flops, but this one is just like, it hit it on the nail.
I would go as far as to say this is the best talking animal movie, period. Now, there were a few... There was a lot of good things about this movie, but there were a couple things that we weren't so fond of.
There were a lot of cons. Well, not a lot of cons, but there was just one big con that this... Like, when you go to a Disney movie and you see an animated movie, you expect to have, like, a musical or something. When it came to seeing The Jungle Book and you have something that's live action, they tried to use musicals, but they were just so awkward. Like, you had this one scene where King Louis, he comes out all intimidating. The next thing you know, the dude's singing. It's just like, should they have had it in there, or should they have done the musicals better? It just becomes a question.
I think it messes with the tone a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes there is a little bit of a serious scene, and then they break out a song, and then the tone just shifts abruptly. And so I feel like they could have gone a little bit better with that, but overall, the way they told the story, it was really well done. As far as putting together all these different characters that are isolated, Mowgli meets them like one step at a time, and they really weave this story together really well.
It's just that the credits are only like the good place where the musicals came into play very well.
But every scene was really enjoyable, and they had their own different aspects to enjoy. Now, the final thoughts were that it was, again, we can't stop saying it, it was a good movie.
It was a great movie.
I would recommend that you check it out in theaters.
Buy it on DVD. Watch it in 3D.
Even check it out in 3D. It's worth the $3 extra.
It's one of those classics, innocence, loss, coming of age, human versus nature stories that just like, it's all around beautiful.
Like Avatar puts you in this 3D world that felt so foreign yet so familiar. Jungle Book takes this to the next step, is that you're put in this jungle and you feel like you're in it. Really well done.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so this has been Apples and Oranges. As usual, I'm Apples.
I'm Oranges. See you later.